Hello everyone, welcome to Zishan classes. I am Farheen. Suppose you went for an interview and the interviewer asked you to write a program to print a single star. What will you write then? You will write this simple program. That is, you will create a class called as star. Then you will call the main method, and inside the main method you will write a simple print statement which contains a star. But what if the interviewer again asked you to print the 5 stars one below the other? What will you do? For printing the 5 stars in a row, if you write the 5 print statements, then the interviewer for sure block you for the 5 years, because this is a very childish way of printing the 5 stars in a row. Therefore, for such cases where a single statement is repeated multiple times or executed multiple times, loops come into picture. So, the topic for today is loops. In Java, loops help in executing one or more statements up to a desired number of times. These are the 3 steps on which the loops work. First is initialization, second is condition check, and the third is increment or decrement. Now, iterable is an object that repeats itself throughout the loop. The loop starts with the initialization of the iterable. Then the compiler checks whether the condition is true or false. If the condition comes true, the compiler executes the body of the loop. Then the compiler increments or decrements the iterable. Then it again goes back for checking the condition, and the loop continues until the condition comes false. The moment the condition comes false, the loop stops. There are 3 types of loops, that is for loop, while loop and do while loop. Now we will write the same program of printing the stars in a row using all the 3 loops. The question which we had is, write a program to print 5 stars in a row. So, first is using the for loop. We will create a class called as stars. Then we will call the main method. See, this is a note point. Public static void main string of args. Writing this thing is a mandatory thing in the Java program. And what is the reason of writing this statement, we will be learning in the further classes. For now, just understand that this is the rule of writing the Java code, and we shall now focus on the for loop. For int I equals to 1, I is less than equals to 5, I plus plus, system.out.println star. There is one more note point. The print statement for any Java code is system.out.println. Inside this small bracket, within the inverted quotes, whatever you write, it gets printed. Now, the first point of writing a loop says initialization. Therefore, int I equals to 1 is the initialization of the iterable, and here I is the iterable, which is an object that repeats itself for compiling the code. Okay? Then next step is condition check. The condition given here is, if I is less than or equal to 5, then the compiler should go inside the body of the loop. Here, what is the value of I? I is equal to 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 5? Yes, then the compiler will come inside the loop. So, 1 star will get printed. And after printing this star, the compiler will come back and increment this I, and now from 1 I will become 2. After incrementing, the compiler will again come back for checking the condition. Now, is 2 less than or equal to 5? It's yes. Again, the compiler will come inside the loop and print another star. After printing the second star, the compiler will go back for incrementing the iterable and I will become 3. After incrementing, the compiler will come back for checking the condition. Is 3 less than or equal to 5? Yes, 3 is less than 5. Therefore, the compiler will come inside the body of the loop and it will print the third star. After printing the third star, the compiler will go back for incrementing the iterable and I will become 4. Now the compiler will check, is this condition true? Yes, 4 is less than 5. Therefore, the compiler will again come inside the body of the loop and print this fourth star. Now again the compiler will increment the I by 1 and I becomes 5. Now it will again check the condition, is 5 less than or equal to 5? Yes, 5 is equal to 5. The condition satisfied. Therefore, the compiler will get inside the body of the loop and print the fifth star. Again, the compiler will go back and increment this I by 1. Again, the compiler will go back and check whether 6 is less than or equal to 5. No, the condition became false here. Therefore, the compiler will come out of the body of the loop and thus the 5 stars in a row will get printed. This is how for loop works. Now, we will be writing the same program using the while loop. We created a class named as stars. Then we called the main method. Here we initialize the iterable. Now the while loop says, if I is less than or equal to 5, then go inside the body and print a star, increment the iterable and again check the condition. So here the value of I is 1. Now the compiler will check the condition. 1 is less than or equal to 5? Yes, 1 is less than 5. Therefore, the compiler will get inside the body of the loop and print 1 star. After printing the star, it will increment the value of I. Now it will check whether the condition is satisfied or not. 2 is less than or equal to 5? Yes, 2 is less than 5. Therefore, the compiler will go inside the body of the loop and print another star. And after printing the star, it will increment the value of I. Similarly, all the 5 stars will be printed. Now, as the value of I reaches 6, the condition here fails and the compiler comes out of the loop and we get our output as a row of 5 stars. Okay? Now, we will write the program of printing the 5 stars in a row using do while loop. The program goes like, first we will create a class named as stars and call the main function. Inside this main function, we will first initialize our iterable. This is how do while loop is written. The do while loop is read as do go inside the body of the loop only when the condition is satisfied. Therefore, after initialization, the compiler will go to this while statement where it will check for the condition. If the condition satisfies, then only it will get inside the body of the loop. Here, the value of I is initialized as 1. After initialization, the compiler will come to this while statement and check for the condition, that is whether 1 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, 1 is less than 5, therefore it will get inside the body of the loop and 1 star will be printed. After printing the star, the iterable is increased by 1. The compiler will again check whether 2 is less than or equal to 5. Yes, 2 is less than 5. Therefore, the compiler will get inside the body of the loop and print the second star. Similarly, all the 5 stars will be printed. As the value of I reaches 6, the condition becomes false. Therefore, the compiler will come out of the loop. Therefore, we get the 5 stars in our output. After seeing all the 3 loops, you must have come to a conclusion that writing the for loop is the easiest among all the 3. Therefore, for loop is very popular in the IT industries. While and do while loops are rarely used, only according to the conditions and requirements of the program. So, we will emphasize on the for loop more, and as the code gets complicated in our lecture, we will certainly see why the for loop is preferred over while and do while loop. If you find any doubt, please mention in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.